represents a proportional relationship.
Is this Belden?
Yes.
I can't see your screen. Neither can Brody.
Okay, it might have been because we had to do a active shooter drill. Okay, is it there now?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, thanks for speaking up and letting me know. All right, so you needed to write K equals Y over X. What does K stand for? Constant. And I know this is not part of it, but I want you to get also, when we write this, get used to writing the linear equation. Y equals K times X. We're really only going to use this in order to solve the problem. So Y over X would be 17 over 3. And I can leave them in fractions or I can change them to decimals. What do you want to do? Turn it to decimals? Okay, that's what I heard first. So I do 17 divided by 3 is 5.6 repeated. Then I do the next one, 27 over 5. Put it in my calculator, 27 divided by 5 is 5.4. Do I have to keep going? Do I? No, because I've got one set that don't equal each other, so it is not proportional. And it doesn't have a K, which is your constant. Get used to saying something like that also. Number 2 took a little bit of thinking here. Or kind of a lot sometimes, I guess. I had to think about it a few times. Mike is a car salesman. He earns $200 for every car he sells. All right, so I'm going to stop right there and I'm going to do something. I'm going to say that it's $200 times my N. N is the number of cars. Okay? So I get $200 times the number of cars. Okay? Plus, so I'm going to put plus 3% commission. It says if Mike sells 3 cars in 1 week for a total of $32,343, what is his total earnings for the week? I have to take the amount that I earned, and what do I do with this amount? This is the amount that I sold in cars. This is how much I sold my cars in. What do I do with this? Nope, I don't divide by the number of cars I sold. Do what? I need 3% of this, because this is the amount of cars I sold. I get 3% of that sale. So I take 32,343 times, and it was 3%, so 0.03, because it's 3%. Put that in my calculator, and I get $970.29. That is my commission. Okay? Did I earn the $32,000? No, that's what I sold. That's how much money I sold. But I earned the $970.29 because that's how many I sold. Now, how many cars did I sell?
3.
How many?
3.
So that's where I go here and use this. So 200 times 3 is, so I made $600 for selling the 3 cars, plus my $970 commission. So I'm going to add $600 to this. Please write that this is the commission. So once I do my addition, oops, why did I put 29? It was $600. 9, 2, 0, 7. So I made $1,570.29. So that's what he made in 1 week. I don't even make that in 2 weeks. He's doing pretty good selling cars. Number 3, find the missing value so that the 2 points have a slope of a -2. What do I have to write? write it every day. I told you, what do I have to write? Slope equals, guys, I need you guys all tell me how do I write this? So tell me, start it again.
y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1.
You guys all need to be repeating that. Because we'll be getting that in our lessons here coming up, and then that way it'll be an easy lesson for you. Okay, so those are my 2 points. So I go y2, so a negative 5 minus y1, which is y, over x2, which is 6, minus x1, which is 1. This needs to equal a negative 2. So if it's a negative 2, what's on my bottom? Well, I don't know yet, right? Maybe, just maybe it's going to reduce down to a negative 2. And then this would be a 1 on the bottom, right? Thank you. So I'm going to just start on the bottom because I know both numbers. Keep, change, change. So 6 plus a negative 1 would be a positive 5. Now, what do I do with the 5 to make it into a 1?
Divide by 5.
If I divided it by 5 to make that a 1, what do I do to this negative 2?
Multiply it by 5.
Multiply by 5. So what's a negative 2 times 5?
Negative 10.
Negative 10. So this one made an extra step. So then I do keep, change, change. So what is my y going to equal?
5.
Huh?
5.
5. Because 5, a negative 5 plus a negative 5 is a negative 10. So y is just 5. It's not negative 5 because we do the keep, change, change, and that made it negative. How many of you got that one right? Okay, so a lot of you have some writing to do. I kind of warned you in advance, number 4 is not as hard as you think it would be, because I overthought of it when I was doing it. It says in the problem to the left, what would be the ratio of the circumferences from the larger circle to the smaller circle? It says the scale factor is smaller to bigger is 4 to 7. That was smaller to bigger. We need larger to smaller. Well, yesterday we figured out, here, we did this. We figured out that x was 32.97. So I'm going to rewrite this. So we knew yesterday that it was 4 to 7, which equals 18.84 for the small circle and 32.97 for the large circle. The only thing we're doing today is making it larger to smaller. So all I had to do was switch these around. The scale factor would be 7 to 4, and it would be 32.97 to 18.84. I didn't have to do any work. I just had to switch it to make larger to smaller. Five, 10 over 3 equals n minus 1 over n minus 4. How do I solve? Guys, how do I solve?
Cross multiplication.
Cross multiplication, and we're going to start saying cross product. Because that is what you'll see in your book. So I got 3 times the quantity n minus 1 equals 10 times the quantity n minus 4. What property do I do first? Distributive. So 3 times n is 3n. 3 times the negative 1 is a negative 3. Equals 10 times n is 10n. 10 times the negative 4 is a negative 40. Draw my line. Since I have both numbers and letters on both sides, it doesn't matter which way I go. I can either leave the n on this side or the negative 3 on this side. It does not make a difference. What do you guys want to move? The n, the 3n, or the 3? Tell me what I'm moving. I don't care, shout it out. 3n, okay. So I'm going to box up the negative 3. I'm going to subtract 3n from this side, subtract 3n from that side. These canceled each other out, so I'm left with the negative 3 equals 7n minus 40. Now what do I move? The negative 40. Box up your 7n. Add 40. Add 40. These cancel each other out, so 40 is positive, the 3 is negative, so I'm really going to subtract. So what's 40 minus 3? So I have 37 equals 7n. Now I divide by 7, divide by 7. These cancel each other out. If I put this in my calculator, 5.2, I'm going to round it to the hundredth, so 5.29 equals n. Or I could have left it as a mixed number. What was it as a mixed number?
5 and 2/7.
5 and what?
2/7.
2/7 equals n. Then just rewrite it, n equals 5.29, or n equals 5 and 2/7. Six, we're to find the missing angle. What did the angles have to add up to in a triangle? So I have 59 plus 48 is 107. So I take 180 minus 107, and I get 73 degrees. You want to rewrite it, measurement of angle C equals 73 degrees. And you could have set it up as an equation, 59 plus 48 plus x equals 180 degrees. Seven, what is the shape of the cross section that is parallel to the base of a cylinder? Here is my cylinder. Here would be the base, down here on the bottom. The base is what it sits on. And I want it parallel. So it'll be a horizontal line. So what, if I would cut it in the center, what am I looking at?
A circle.
Circle. What is the shape of a cross section that is perpendicular to the base of the cylinder? So here's my cylinder. Perpendicular means you form a 90-degree angle. So here would be my line. What am I looking at? Rectangle. It's the same as Monday's number 7.